pushed, and here we are. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wonder what you're seeing. I'm not really 100% positive, but I'm excited to be here, and I welcome you to this edition of the Hump Day Happy Chat from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Yabba dabba do. Drinking from my happiness mug. Hello, happiness. Yes, indeed, from my happiness mug. Checking in with you, Bliss Collective. Our group is growing. How awesome is that? I have a challenge to offer you. How about if each one of us gets one other person who could use the blessings that the group has to offer them and get them to come play with us? Get them to come be a part of the Bliss Collective, where we're helping them create more peace, love, joy, and freedom. Show them our manifesto, talk to them about the teachings, let them know how your heart feels as you engage with the group. Good morning. I see you there. Thank you for joining me. And create what we want in the group. Remember, our whole focus here is to increase the vibration of the planet by increasing the individual vibration of each members of the collective. As goes one, so goes all, right? Right. We all are focused on, within the collective, what we can do to raise our vibration, and we create a ripple effect. So that ripple effect hits others and creates even more good juju in our world, right? Maybe not the whole world, because my ripple effect may not reach that far, but the world in which I travel, my ripple effect certainly does. Certainly does. And by anchoring in the highest vibration possible, I can make high vibration living true for me and for those around me. And it creates a beautiful container for love and life to explode, expand, and encompass everything. Yay, a big yay for that. So, good morning once again. This is Valerie Shepard coming to you from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Self-mastery being mastering you in your life so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life brings your way. And today, the title of today is What Can You Release? So, what can you release? And remember, the three pillars of self-awareness, of self-mastery, are self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love. And in the conversation of self-awareness, it's important to know, what are we carrying that maybe isn't serving us? What's not really supporting us to live our high vibration lives? And so the question, what can you release today? And I would add, what can you release every day? So that it's not a matter of letting heavy stuff build up and then saying, oh, wow, it's gotten really heavy around here, so I better release something. No, it's more like, so at the beginning of the day, did I bring something into this morning from my dreams or from even yesterday that I didn't let go of, that isn't going to serve me in what I'm wanting to accomplish and what's on my plate for today? How can I let something go? Throughout the day, as you're going from session to session or meeting to meeting or encounter to encounter, even thought to thought, is there something that I can let go of? Is there something I don't need to be carrying with me? I don't need to be weighing down my vibration. Like, I used to do these workshops called Lighten Up and Let Go. And it was really about that, lightening up. And I've got a webinar coming called This Is How You Soar. And it's about this whole business of lightening up and letting go. You cannot live a high vibration life when weights are anchoring you down into low vibration energy. It can't happen. Those are countervailing energies, and they don't serve you to be kind of dancing back and forth between the two, wondering why you're not really moving toward your dreams. So what can you release today? What can you release today? Like what if you made that a chant? What can I release today? What can I release today? I want to make my high vibration way. I just made that up. It's not really cute, but you get what I mean. There's a rhythm inside you that might serve you to keep this point front of mind. And remember this, when you let go, what happens energetically, metaphysically, is that the universe comes in to help. More energy comes your way, and less efforting from you as the human. So let's look at this. When you become overwhelmed, and especially for me, it especially happens when I had an idea of what was supposed to happen on what timing, right? I'm really good at planning. I'm a good logistics planner. And I get attachment. Buddha said the root of suffering is attachment to things, not wanting things, but being attached to having them, especially when I'm attached to having them on a certain timing according to my plans. So when things don't seem to go the way I want them to, it's sort of like I'm very conditioned to hold on tighter. When I come into real present moment awareness, I can feel the energy of tightness. And this happens a lot, especially when I'm working with my physical therapist and I'm efforting to do something the right way for my body, to physically continue the physical healing on the right side of my body. And I'll be efforting to get something, to lift 2 pounds, lift 5 pounds, to do something like that. And I can feel the whole rest of my body is in a contraction while I concentrate on moving this finger or moving this side of my arm or moving this leg. All that efforting is actually getting in my way. It's getting in my way. I'm trying to make it happen. I'm taking matters into my own hands. My mind is telling me that in order to get the rest of my body to do what I want, I have to have a firmer grip on the situation, a firmer grip on it. And so I double down and I contract. Only that tires me out. And I'm really good at noticing now it's not moving the peanut forward. I'm tiring my whole body out, and I'm not actually working out or rehabilitating that aspect of me, that part of my physiology that is looking for rehabilitation, is in need of rehabilitation. So this may be happening with you. You want something, it's not coming, so you double down and you work even harder on having it. Doubling down is beautiful, but there's a way to do it where you double down and you're still in flow instead of doubling down and placing yourself into contraction and constriction. How do you know you're in contraction and constriction? We're going to say it again. Feel. Don't intellectualize. Don't get your mental machinations going where you're trying to figure it out. You can feel when you're too tightly holding on to the reins. You know that. Not from an intellectual, mental knowing, from a feeling place of knowing. I can feel myself contract. I start feeling unsettled. I start feeling unsafe. Those feelings are fear-based, and they tend to do the contraction that goes with fight or flight. Your body is a powerhouse, a beautiful, elegant container for your soul, your light, your God spark. And when you contract, you're squishing all that into places that don't allow it to be its full magnificence. So this physiological constriction, this contraction that you do, If you're like me, it's going to tire you out. You're going to exert more effort, but you're not going to accomplish as much as you want to. You may not accomplish anything other than tiring yourself out. You may actually experience the feeling of taking one step forward and two steps back. That's what this constriction, this contraction around pushing and trying harder. The two steps back is not just your physiological ability, but notice when you're constricted and contracted, you're probably not breathing very well. So you're not oxygenating your blood, you're not oxygenating the brain. And so any decision that you're making is probably going to be suboptimal, especially when you're not in a real danger situation where you need immediate fight or flight, shut down the brain, just get out of there. That's not usually what's happening. That's not usually what's happening. And so to be in the space of like open, unblocked, to receive guidance, contraction is a blocking energy. So you're not receiving your own inner guidance. You're not receiving the help. You're not receiving all the resources that the universe has to offer. And the universe is rich with abundance. And so there are abundant resources at all times that could help you. So the highest vibration, right? Bliss Collective, high vibe living. The highest vibration is actually going to a place of neutrality. Neutrality is where I neither have to have it, nor am concerned if I don't. I'm just neutral. I wonder what's being called forth from me, as me, for me, by me at this moment. I wonder, curiosity, I wonder. Curiosity, I wonder what more is possible if I just go boop and let go of the reins. I wonder what more is possible. What more is possible? So I pause my efforting. I give up pushing. Give up your pushing, struggling, striving to make things happen. Give it up. Maybe not forever. Maybe for 5 minutes. Maybe for a day. Maybe for 2 weeks. Letting go is a way that you also reinforce that you are not alone. Said from a more high vibration place, reinforce that you are being helped and guided at every moment. You have a massive force of ancestral energy and angelic energy and the life force and the energy of the universe that is wanting you to succeed and always saying yes. So it's mostly about what are you asking for? And when you're fighting and struggling, you're asking for situations that cause you to fight and struggle. Efforting becomes your raison d'etre, your way of being, the only thing you know how to do. So it's time to release the effort. Now, where does this stuff come from? Well, we've probably been conditioned. I know letting go feels counterintuitive. Letting go probably feels like quitting. That's not what I'm talking about. Letting go probably feels like giving up. Not what I'm talking about. And so letting go can be counterintuitive. How can I get what I want without doing anything to get it? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being something to have what you want. Remember the be, do, have model instead of do, have, be. I do a lot of things so I can have a lot of things so I can be happy or be successful or be accomplished or be famous. We're shifting that to you start with be. Be in the space of faith and trust, which means I relax and let go of the need to do things. And then do anything and everything that I do in the energy of faith and trust. Trusting that my highest good is unfolding, even though I may not see it, feel it, hear it, taste it, touch it. It's not of the five senses. Yes, we are sensate beings, and we're in a universe that is more than that. Noetic sciences, beyond the five senses, quantum mechanics, metaphysics, go beyond the five senses. You are operating in a container that has more to offer you than what your five senses can tell you about. That's where your intuitive, essential, magnificent, God particle inspired nature can serve and support you. But you have to get yourself out of the way. You have to be willing to go, exhale. I have to be willing to go, exhale. Boy, oh boy, I can push with the best of them. I can struggle and strive like nobody's business. I have a PhD in 3D struggle and strive. Not no mo. I'm giving it up. That's my outer edge, is to be more in flow, to place myself in the beingness of flow, which means I don't effort. It's being in a boat, laying on my back, looking up at the clouds and the birds and the treetops as my boat sails easily and effortlessly, pulled by the current down the river. That means my oars are in. That means I'm in the middle of the river, not stuck on the silt on either side that I'm trying to grasp for. I really want to be in flow, flowing from where I am to what is the next right and best thing for me that serves me at the highest level. And I'm not in a battle between one side of the river and the other side, the right bank and the wrong bank, the goods and the not so goods, the people who are for me and the people who are against me. It's not about that. We've been conditioned to believe life is about winning between these two opposing forces. But maybe it's time to let that go. Oh, what can I release today? How about that? I can release my idea that I have to battle for every little thing, that I'm only going to get scraps from this battle. Maybe I can release that idea. Maybe, like me, you've been conditioned to believe that whatever in life is worth having is worth working hard for. That's just a belief. Sacred cow belief, if you habitually believe it, and then you make your actions line up with that. In my book, I talk about sacred cow beliefs. I want to, again, encourage and invite you. You don't have to buy the book. That would be great. I'd love that. And if you do, please put a testimonial on Amazon.com. The book is offered for free. From my heart to yours, there's that label on my website, on my menu on my website, happytobeme.net. From my heart to yours, download the book. It's free. The whole idea is transform the lives of people. That's what I'm in this for. So this whole idea of sacred cow beliefs are things we've been conditioned to continue to believe. And after we grow up, we can't blame anybody else, but take responsibility that we are continuing to believe it. So your sacred cow beliefs may be the very thing making your life hard, making your life heavy. And maybe not every minute of every day, but then you get into these periods when, boy, oh boy, whew, it feels heavy. And I have that going on with this body sometimes. There's a period during the day when my clothes, I have nerve tingling. And so my clothes, I get to a point where it's like, I can't take it anymore. I've endured enough. And I have to shift into something different. I have to lie down. Even sitting doesn't work. Sitting is difficult. Standing is difficult. Walking can be difficult. So I shift to my letting go space. Letting go. Be in the flow. The world is not against you. There are forces lining up to say yes to what you ask for. So here's a good thing to ask for. Instead of asking for more struggling and striving and proving, and the way you're asking for that is believing that's what you need to do and then doing it. That's like, talk about doubling down, believing it over and over, habitual thought, and then acting that way. Tells the universe, oh yeah, Valerie wants to struggle and strive. And I did. Not no. So your best bet, let's talk about what do you do when you notice, when you really, really, really desire to go into release and flow. So first thing, always breathe, 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 oxygenate your blood, give your brain oxygen. Couple deep breaths, the same, and you can equalize the breath. So 4 beats on the intake, 4 beats on the hold, 4 beats on the release. Do that a couple times so you feel the contraction letting go. You will feel your body start to, shoulders release, neck releases, tension starts to dissipate. First and foremost, always, always, always. Next, we go to release something. What do we need to let go of? Even our idea of what the perfect outcome in this circumstance is. So if you're pushing to get somewhere, you might want to just release where the where is. Is there a there? Release. Is that really where I need to go? I don't know. I'm going to release that I know where it is I need to be and see what shows up. In the curious mind, release the idea of the absolute and open to the possibility of something greater. So from neutral, curiosity is a higher vibration. See how this works? Let go of the low vibration. When we're struggling and striving, it's usually because of fear, one of the lowest vibrations out there. It might be because of guilt. It might be because of shame. We're trying to prove who we are because we're ashamed of what people might think of us if we don't. So when you go to neutral, all is well here. I'm releasing this. I'm releasing the need to have it be a certain way. I'm releasing the need to have them see me and approve of me. I'm releasing that I have to have this done by today. Breathing. And I'm getting curious about what more is possible. I just raised my vibration. I didn't go all the way up here to grateful and happy necessarily, joy and bliss necessarily, but I certainly did come off of fear, frustration, overwhelm, shame, the shadow self. Allow the intelligence that drives and fulfills everything in the universe and that knows better than I do what would serve me because it has a better vantage point and can see in all directions in time, yes, to actually say yes and give me what is actually even better than my powerful yet small brain can come up with. And then stop questioning. Questions get in the way. It starts again. The knots. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Released imagined consequences of not getting it done, not having it, not being it. Release those imagined consequences. Haven't you ever noticed that what you think is going to happen is often 10 times worse than what really does happen? This especially happens to me at tax time. And I put off doing my taxes because I'm like, oh my God, it's going to take so long and I'm not going to know where the papers are and I'm not going to know how to do it. And then when I sit down and do it, it's like a couple of hours and I'm done. And I'm much more organized than I thought I was going to be. So my machinations, my mental kind of storytelling, doom and gloom storytelling about the way it's going to be is not even close to what is. So you will need to check in on yourself and what are your imagined consequences that are getting in your way and actually making you push harder? What can you learn about those imagined consequences? Where did they come from? Are they the truth? Perhaps looking for the resources help you recognize it's not really the way it appears. No matter what happens, if you focused on the feelings that you want to create. So I know that I'm having a feeling of wanting to move. I don't know what that means. I don't know where in the world my energy is best planted as a beacon for love, light, peace, and freedom. I don't know that intellectually. So I'm allowing my heart to tell me, which right now I'm not sure. I have lots of possibilities. I have massive curiosity. Massive curiosity. And I've got some visions that I check in with and see, does that still feel like what? Yeah. And I focus on that feeling. When I'm in the right space, doing not the right, when I'm in the place that serves me the best, because where I am right now is right enough for right now. When I'm in the place that would serve me even better, this or something better, what else am I going to feel? I'm going to feel expansive and expanded. I'm going to feel this never ending smile, this state of no doubt, which is my painting back behind me. I painted that, the state of no doubt, which to me also feels like bliss. Focus on the feeling of having what I want. And the universe matches that feeling as it sends things. It matches that vibration. That's why living in the high vibe life is so powerful, so fulfilling, so spacious, and so necessary if you really want to be happy. You've got to shift your consciousness and raise your vibration. And find that flow. This is the place where I'm operating now a lot more, is finding the place where it's effortless effort, where the most important effort I have to do is right my energy field to align with what I'm looking for, what I want to create, what I'm committed to being on planet Earth. With everything else staying exactly as it is. It's not changing the outer world. I'm not making my body miraculously do anything differently. I'm just transcending while including. I'll close on this quote as you consider. I'd love for you to listen to this quote as you consider, what are you releasing today? This quote comes from a mentor of mine from many, many moons ago. He has since transitioned. Dr. John Kappas, who founded the Hypnosis Institute up in LA. I am unmoved by appearances, and therefore appearances move. I am unmoved by appearances. The appearance of things is not necessarily the way they truly are. And my being unmoved actually allows the appearances to move, because I'm in a hologram. I'm creating my experiences. So when I say, oh, I'm going to not pay a lot of attention to the appearance of lack and limitation, and I'm going to stay focused on the possibility and the creation zone, I am now in a space of less effort to have possibility and to create. Hallelujah, amen, aho, ashe, let's have it. More please, more please, more please. So my intention is that this is serving you. If you have questions here in the Bliss Collective, please type them in the comment box. I love to answer them and address them. We're going to have a live event coming up where you can participate and we can chat and I can ask questions. I'm excited about that. That'll be later this month, so watch for the event invitation. And I always close the Hump Day Happy Chat with the Karanaya Metta Sutra, which is the prayer of loving kindness from the Buddha. I love this prayer, and it goes like this. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. And may all beings be free. And remember, all beings includes you, includes me, includes everything. And I wish that for you. Much joy and happiness. It's Valerie Shepard from the Hartley Center, signing off from the Bliss Collective. Many blessings. If you watch on the replay, do hashtag replay. Let me know you're there. Love and light, my friends. Oh, hi, Rachel. Oh, look, there's Eva. Hi, Eva. Yay! Mwah! Thank you for being here. It's so cool. I love seeing you. Many, 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 many blessings. Okay, bye now. Happy Hump Day!